when I started getting interested in crypto, it was around 2016, and the price was like going up to like around $1,000. And at that time, I was kind of like interested in the stock market. I was more interested in the stock market, um, making money that way, and I did make a few dollars that way actually. And I have lost money that way too. I think I made it like a good $1,000 in the stock market, like doing trading. It was such a pain in the butt though. And then I lost $1,000 trading because I did the GameStop. uh, I I uh, I did it for historical value. I lost. I held the bag. I was one of the losers. Um, but I didn't. Uh, I lost like $1,000 or whatever. So like, I wasn't. I was more interested in trading stocks at this time than learning about crypto as well. So like, and at this time, I was changing my life, moving to another state, and I was, into stocks. Like I was into stocks, trading stocks back then. And crypto was kind of like, I was like, I liked XRP. XRP was the one that I was looking at. Um, but hypothetically, if I threw a couple grand into Bitcoin back then, which I don't think I would have, the most I would have probably thrown in there might have been like $500 or something like that. Um, because I was investing in stocks. But if I just went to crypto instead of stocks, I probably would have put 2,000, like something like that, around 2,000. I think I was investing around then when it comes to stock trading. So I probably would be my the crypto right now be worth. I'm not gonna say. Well, look, what am I talking about? If I had that crypto invested back then, I would have um, two whole Bitcoin. So the two whole Bitcoin would be worth over like almost it's $97,000 right now. So the two Bitcoin would be worth $200,000 that I invested $2,000 in less than 10 years ago. That's crazy if you think about that. Like it's went up almost 100,000 from like 8 years ago. Almost. So, like, what do you think it's going to be 8 years from now? I don't know. No, it's kind of like I think that everyone should invest a little bit in Bitcoin, just a little bit, man. Like I would custody a little bit. I would if I had a little bit of money to invest, and I'm not, I would. So I would have a diverse. You have a diversified portfolio. You don't want to just invest everything at once. So you don't want to just put all your money into a 401k. You want to diversify it. You want to have some a little bit over here. You can have some stocks, some property, some guns, some food, ammo, gold, silver, like this type of stuff for sure. Even like thinking ahead, like okay, Trump's gonna put tariffs on China. So like, what does that mean? Everything that China makes, there's gonna be tariffs. It's gonna go up. So like, what could you do right now? Well, and you could, if you had the resources, start going buying all new iPhones. Going like I'm gonna go and just pay like if I had $100,000, I'm gonna go buy 100. I'm gonna go buy 100 iPhones, whatever, brand new ones. So when those tariffs do hit, and they come out with the new iPhones, well, I can sell my iPhones for almost it'll be less than the new ones with the 25% rate. So like okay, so instead of like paying $1,500 for a new iPhone, you can buy like the older version from me for like $1,400, something like that, $1,400. Yeah, it's not the brand new one, but it's the one. It's almost just as good, and it's $100 cheaper than the brand new one, and it's not been opened or nothing. Like, you could make some money like that, with whatever. Like, um, doesn't seem like you probably make that much, but like, yeah, like items that we already have here are gonna go up in value, um, that have been made other places, but like, you know. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, like, if you are cool buying used stuff, having used stuff, you don't care about that stigma, you're gonna be fine going into the future with, you know, through the tariff thing. But if like you're one of these people that needs everything brand new all the time, of course, like some things we need brand new, like when it comes to like food and stuff like that. But like you can get used things, you can get used anything, like TV. Like all my phones are all used. Like clothes, like you can get clothes used, you know. So like you can get anything used. Books, like, um as long as it's presentable and it's not trashed. Even if stuff is trashed, you can still kind of restore it, you know. And it's just like, that's good for the environment, because it's like, why are we continuously producing just crap that just like, um turns in, like, we need to produce stuff that like lasts, instead of things that's just gonna break, and then just so we can keep people in like production up or whatever, um so we can keep profits going and jobs going. It's just kind of like, let's make a good product that lasts forever, so we don't have to replace it. And if we do have to replace it, then we have to replace it. But like, like I like okay, so here where I'm at, there's like these like book things. So they're free books. So you just go up to it. People like put books in there. People take books out. So like what I did is I put some books in there that I had that I don't read. That are like I've read or whatever. I just don't. I'm not interested in them anymore. And then I took a book that looked interesting to me. Um, so like, yeah, we can do that with all different types of things, like tools and that types of stuff, like a community using like thing, like as long as like you don't break it. If you break it, then like you have to replace it. But like, yeah, we why does everybody need their own tool set? You know what I mean? Like, um should be somewhere where I can just like go, like a library, like I pay like a subscription. I just go to the store. I'm like, okay, I'm paying this monthly subscription to be able to be a part of this, and I can just like, pretty much, it's like a library. You know, I just take what I want and I bring it back in this amount of time, and I'm just, I don't physically need to have this tool all the time if I'm not using it. Like a lot of our stuff we just have, and it's just like, I'm just gonna keep this in case I'm gonna use this in the future. Like, no, that's put it back somewhere so somebody else can use it, and then maybe I never use it again. But it's like pointless for me to hold on to it, and with the mere prospect of I might use it again in the future. Like I get the idea. Like you don't want to have to buy it again. So like, yeah, we can definitely uh, do more communal things, like not having to own everything. We can have some things that are like socialistic, that require community donation, not government supply. Like it needs to be communally done. Like, you know, like food pantries and stuff like that. Like toy donations and stuff like that. Like it needs to be done like that. We need to get government out. We need less government. We need government in some things for sure. Like we need regulations and stuff like that. But like we definitely need government to get away. Quit wasting our money on stupid things that make no sense. Like if you want to use your own money, that's cool. Like do like okay, I want to know like why like this animal farts at this time when we give them grape soda like and beef jerky. And it's like you want to know about that, like then you can like do it yourself and fund it yourself. You don't need us to do it. um I don't like foreign wars. We're done with your wars, man. We want peace. We want world peace. We want to work together. We should be working together, not trying to destroy each other. We should be working together to get off of this planet and to other planets and seeing what else is out here. What else is here because we don't know. And we can use AI. We can like send um invent technology that like goes places and see, like I'm talking about like traveling in that time and stuff like that. Like we should be creating stuff like technology that's so advanced that like we have great abundance, and we we can take the physical human suffering and still have it for sure, because like you still need to like move your body around, but um it could be more in the digital realm. And that's where I think that conflict should be. It should stay, like conflict should stay in the digital realm. If world leaders have a problem with each other, they can battle in the digital realm. No, we don't need to have any armies and like young people dying and wars, especially like with the drone. It's so unfair. It's like crazy. How are you supposed to defend against drones? Like I wouldn't even send soldiers out in that environment if they're got drones. Like what are you supposed to do with that? Um but it's just like we can like be more civilized and put like physical kinetic war in the past and make it, it's just like people don't, we need to completely eliminate poverty. We can still have different classes or whatever, like from the digital realm, that stuff and meritocracy and stuff like that. But when it comes to like physical, like we should make things like, and if you don't want to be a part of the system or the society or whatever, like then you can go off and do your thing, live off the land if that's what you want to do, and whatever, you know what I mean? Like go live your life, go be a Little House on the Prairie if that's what you want. If you want to start like a community, like I think there should be all different types of communities, and I don't think that we should just be like mixed up. I think that we should like go towards more um, communities that are more aligned with us instead of just like mixing. You don't want to mix um, ideologies that are completely radical against each other. So you gotta keep things separate, man. You know what I mean? Like just go live your life, do what you want, and just leave me alone and I'll leave you alone. That's basically what it comes down to. I won't bother you, you won't bother me. Like I said, we could have all these different types of cities that are set up for different types of societies, different types of cultures. Like that'd be so cool. Like I'm gonna go visit this city and it's gonna be like this type of culture, and like the city is more like gothic and like ravey or whatever like that, or it's just the city is more country like, these 15-minute cities anyway. and you can have like family friendly cities, and you can have cities just for like people who aren't just single people or whatever. And so it's just like everyone's single. Make things more mobile. So it's just like, yeah, I'm in this area. It might not be very long. It's kind of like it is anyway when you're renting. It doesn't mean it's like what do we own anyway? Like even if I pay the house off, I'm still paying property taxes, and if I stop paying my property taxes, the government will take my house. So who owns the house? The government. So like what do we own here? Like we can't even, that's why I'm like I can't even buy land. Like I can't even like really own land here. Like this kind of messed up, man. Like that's why like what's the point of me even buying anything? Cuz I still have to pay property, and I understand like you got to pay wear and tear, like a new a new roof or whatever like that. Um yeah, like families used to like hand down houses and stuff like that, and property and assets to family, but like the boomers just completely wasted everything, man. Like jeez, they're handing down like reverse mortgages to their kids. They're like giving them the big fu, like, and they're like, you're gonna pay for me too because I paid in social security. And it's like, but I'm not gonna get social security, so why do I have to keep paying into it? That's like, you have had the you, you have had the best opportunity to grow economically, and when you get older, what's supposed to happen is when you get older, you're supposed to care less about materialistic things, and you're supposed to care more about relationships. But the boomers still have like this mindset of like, look at me, dude, you're a fucking mediocre person. Like you're a fucking suburbanite, man. Like you're not anything special. It's just kind of like, when I pass away, I don't want my kids to have to go through a bunch of stuff. I want it to be like, okay, here, this is easy. Here, you take this, boom, 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 easy. Not like I got this house full of all this crap that they don't care about, and they're like, and there's value and stuff, but like they don't want to like even have the house. They want to sell the house. They want to get rid of everything. That's why I'm just like, I just want things to be simple and easy for them. When it comes to the transition. So, yeah, it's called minimalization. Like I don't need a lot of stuff. Um, and like I mean, like it's nice to have. I can create my own art. I don't even need to buy art. I can create my own paintings, my own pictures, my own drawings, and all, like I can do all that myself if I wanted to. Um, I don't know. It's a crazy thing that like where we're at in this timeline. I hope that things get better for Gen Z, man. I really do. I think that the Gen Z young men have been getting hit really, really, really hard, and I hope things lighten up for them. And I hope that like when we have depopulation, I hope that like we have robots to help the elderly, so people can live their lives out. Um, you know, because that's gonna be a problem. You have a bunch of old people that can't work, and they need to be taken care of by society, but you don't have enough workers to take care of them or the people in society. So like we're gonna need robots. So the Tesla bots will come in very handy. Um, but who knows how far that like till we get them or whatever. See, it's really a weird time to figure out where we're going. And that's why people aren't having kids, man. That's why people don't know what the future is going to be like. They don't know what jobs are going to be there, like how they're going to survive, how you're going to support your family, and how things is going to be in the future. Is it going to be really, really crazy? Or are we going to have a nuclear, like, why bring kids into this reality if we're just going to, like, have a nuclear war? And that's, like our economic collapse, where people are we're going back to Mad Max. Like, who wants to, like, who wants things to be like extremely hard on your kids economically, where they feel like they have to work 60, 80 hours a week just to survive so they're not homeless? Like, who wants to live like that? And that's where it's getting, honestly. So we need change, of course. We need the American worker to be finally put first, because we've always been being put last. And it's honestly, it's ridiculous how much has been taken from us. And like, we're essential people, essential in the infrastructure, and like the system makes it so the system is not even gonna, like, I guess health insurance is so high that companies probably cover as much as they were before when it comes to percentage wise, but it's just like balloons so much that it's just absolutely ridiculous. So it's just like, I mean, honestly, at this point, I get a bill, something, I'll try to cover it myself. But like, if it's something like major, it is. I don't know what to say, man. Like, I don't know what to say, dude. I'm trying just trying to survive out here, and made insurance pretty much worthless. So like, I shouldn't have to spend over 25% of my annual income on my health insurance deductible before they'll pay for anything, on top of like co-pays and all that. That's utterly ridiculous, man. Like, that's absolutely absurd. A deductible shouldn't even be like higher than $500. Like, the highest deductible, like, um like, you don't, like, they offer, like, this is what companies do now. This isn't just like the company that I work at, man. And this is how they pretty much do it. um they have like multiple plans or whatever, so like, you pay a deductible that is lower for certain plans, but you have to pay higher weekly pays on that. So like, I don't go to the doctor that often at all. I try to actually avoid the doctor because I don't like them. I think they completely disrespect my time. You make an appointment, then you should see me right when I get there. Let me fill all the paperwork out before I get there online. I made an appointment. I should see you right then and there. If I can't see you right then, like, why am I waiting in a waiting room for 20 minutes? And then you send me back to another waiting room for another 20 minutes before you see me. Like, and that's like 40 minutes of my time just completely wasted from these doctors. Because I don't know what their problem is. They don't respect other people's time. Now I get, like, I get in there, I should immediately see a nurse, like, right off the bat. Right off the bat, I should see her. And then, yeah, the doctor comes and sees me or whatever. But it's just like, I shouldn't. The whole procedure of like, I had to see the reception. It's just so dumb. It's like, I should be able to just like make my appointments online. I just go to the little website, make my appointment. I could see it myself. I'd be like, okay, this spot's open. I'm going to schedule this spot myself. Boom. Sends me a reminder. I show up on that day. I already have everything filled out, so they have my information. You don't even need the receptionist at this point. I go there, I check in, I see the nurse. The first person I see is the nurse. Like I just like, you know, wait to be seated or whatever. So the nurse does my little measurements. Like the first thing happens, boom, 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 and then she sends me off, sends me to the room, whatever. Does ask me a couple questions, whatever. Then the doctor, like it shouldn't be. The whole process is just such a wasted time. Yeah, so that's what we should do already. It should a receptionist should already be replaced in the doctor's office because like I said, I can fill out my stuff on the internet. I don't really care like how if they have my medical stuff. Like good, I'm glad that you have my medical information. Like whatever. Um, cool, good for you. Um, so I have everything, at least the general information. You know what I mean? Like the sensitive information can be done in person, but like all the general information can be done on the internet. You know what I mean? Um, so there's jobs that really shouldn't exist already because I'm sure we can come up with technology where you can make your own appointments on the like I pay bills with AI. I activate credit cards with AI voice. Like when I call these places, it's an AI machine doing it. So like I definitely can call and make an appointment with AI. We don't even need receptionists at this point. Like seriously, we don't even need them. And you're gonna see like these jobs disappearing. Like that's a job that's gonna be gone soon. Um, because you don't need a call to talk to the doctor. You'll call and talk to like a hotline, and they'll have like a general information about the areas or whatever, like something like that. Like you don't really need to have somebody in the office handling all that. Like all the information can be handled remotely. Somebody in a different country, you know, crazy. Somebody on a different planet if we can communicate. Um, but yeah, that's it.